All right, ready to dive deep.
Always.
Today, we're tackling Neville Goddard's idea of living as though your wish is already fulfilled.
Oh, that's a good one.
It is, right? We're pulling from Texto Pagado, which breaks down his teachings, those big goals you have.
Yeah.
Goddard says it's not about wishing, it's about acting like you've already got it.
That's what's so fascinating about Goddard. He takes this, almost spiritual idea
Yep.
and gives you these really practical techniques to actually apply it.
So our minds are more powerful than we think.
Way more. He suggests we have a lot more power to shape reality than we realize.
So it's not just positive thinking.
Nope, way deeper.
So how is it different?
It's about aligning everything, your thoughts, your feelings, even your actions, with the things you desire.
Oh.
You have to shift your whole being to match the reality you want.
Okay, so where do we even begin? This Texto Pagado thing.
Yeah.
It talks a lot about visualization.
Right.
But I don't know, sometimes that feels a little, fluffy. Does it really make a difference?
It might sound fluffy, but the science backs it up.
Really?
Yeah, our brains, it turns out they don't easily tell the difference
Between
something vividly imagined and something that's actually happening.
Huh, interesting.
Like, think about Olympic athletes.
Oh, yeah,
They use visualization all the time.
that's true.
Michael Phelps, he'd mentally rehearse each race, every detail.
So it's like creating a mental blueprint almost.
Exactly. And by doing that, they're priming their mind and body.
Wow.
It's like laying down neural pathways,
So it actually gets easier to perform in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's more than just daydreaming.
A lot more.
So say I'm picturing myself getting a promotion.
Mm,
It's not just about seeing the new office.
right, you got to engage all the senses.
Oh, okay.
Imagine the feeling of sitting in that bigger chair,
Okay.
the sounds of everyone congratulating you, the weight of your new business cards,
You really got to go all in.
Yeah, the more vivid it is, the more convincing it becomes to your subconscious.
So you're tricking your brain, basically.
Yeah,
Interesting. But then Goddard takes it even further.
he does.
He talks about assumption,
Yes.
which always kind of throws me off.
Assumption is where it gets really interesting, I think.
How so?
It's not just hoping for something passively.
It's more active.
You're claiming it like it's already done, stepping into the role of the person who already has that thing.
So if I want to be a best-selling author, I should act like I am now.
Not exactly.
What do you mean?
It's more about the mindset, the habits.
Oh, okay.
Like, you'd make time to write every day, study the craft, network with other writers.
So aligning your actions with that reality.
Yes.
But isn't that kind of risky? I mean, what if you get so caught up in the acting part
Uh-huh.
that you never actually, do the real work?
That's a valid concern,
Oh?
but that's not what assumption is about.
Okay.
It's not about waiting for things to magically happen.
It's more about,
It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts those things.
oh, okay.
Like, think of Elon Musk.
Oh, here we go, the Elon Musk example.
Uh-huh. But hear me out.
Okay.
He's obviously a smart guy, but
Yeah.
a lot of his success, you could say it's privileged timing, right?
Yeah.
But even before SpaceX, before Tesla,
Yeah.
he was already embodying the identity of a visionary.
Mhm.
He was taking risks, challenging conventions, building that network.
I see. So his actions were aligned.
Exactly, with the reality he was creating.
Okay, I get it. It's not about pretending.
Right.
It's more about becoming.
Yes?
But let's be honest, we've all got these doubts, these limiting beliefs holding us back.
Oh, yeah.
How do we deal with those when they, try to sabotage us?
Well, that's where the practical stuff comes in.
Okay.
Texto Pagado talks about affirmations.
Oh, right.
Instead of saying, I can't do this, you say, I am capable, I am resourceful.
That's it.
It's simple but powerful.
It's like, rewiring your brain?
Yeah, you're creating a new groove,
Interesting.
replacing those old negative thought patterns.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But what about past mistakes? Those can really get you stuck.
There's a technique, mental revision. Instead of dwelling on the past,
Yeah.
you reimagine those events, but with a positive outcome.
So give me an example.
Let's say you bombed a presentation at work.
Oh, the worst.
Instead of replaying that awkwardness, you revise it. You picture yourself confident, engaging the audience, people praising you afterward.
So you're rewriting history in your mind.
Kinda, yeah.
That's cool.
It is.
But, okay, what about right now?
What do you mean?
Like you're about to give a speech and
Yeah.
you feel that anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
How do you stay in that assumption mindset when your body's freaking out?
That's where meditation comes in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Even a few minutes to quiet your mind.
Okay.
Just focusing on your breath can really help.
Detach from the anxiety.
Reconnect with that feeling of already having what you want.
It's like mental training.
Yeah, the more you practice, the easier it gets
Makes sense.
to shift your focus, stay aligned.
Okay, so we've got visualization, assumption, dealing with those limiting beliefs.
Yep.
Now let's get to the woo-woo stuff. Goddard talks about everything vibrating at a frequency, right?
He does.
Is this where we bring out the crystals?
Not quite.
Okay, then what?
It's about understanding that everything in the universe, our thoughts, our emotions,
Yeah.
they all have energy.
Okay.
Think of it like tuning into a radio station.
Oh, okay.
If you want jazz, you tune into the jazz station.
Gotcha.
So if you want to attract success, you got to be on that frequency.
Okay, I think I'm following.
It's all about alignment.
So is this where the law of attraction comes in?
Yes, you attract what you're aligned with vibrationally.
Right.
If you're always dwelling on negativity, lack, fear.
You're on that frequency.
Exactly. You're tuned into the station of those experiences.
And that's why some people just seem to, like, attract good things.
They're naturally tuned into a higher frequency. Makes sense. Yeah.
But how do you shift your vibration? Is it just thinking positive?
Positive thoughts are a good start, but it goes deeper.
How so?
It's about cultivating a feeling of abundance and gratitude.
Oh.
So if you're stressed about money, you shift your focus.
To what I do have, not what I don't.
Precisely. Gratitude is powerful.
It raises your vibration.
Oh, big time. When you appreciate what you have, you shift from lack to abundance.
And that attracts more abundance.
It's like a positive feedback loop.
So is there any science behind this vibrational stuff?
Actually, there is some interesting research.
Oh, yeah?
It suggests that our emotions directly impact our vibrational frequency.
How so?
Studies show that positive emotions, love, joy, gratitude,
Yeah.
they have higher frequencies than, say, fear or anger.
So when we're feeling good, we're literally emitting a higher frequency.
That's what the research suggests.
Wow, and that higher frequency.
It draws in those positive experiences.
Like a magnet. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is starting to make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So we've got visualization, assumption, overcoming those limiting beliefs, raising our vibration.
We've covered a lot.
But what about when things go wrong? You
Yeah.
know, those roadblocks, those setbacks. What does Goddard say about that?
He says it all comes down to one thing: persistence. Goddard believed that manifestation, it's kind of like a gestation period.
What do you mean?
It takes time for those desires, those seeds you've planted, to actually sprout.
So no instant gratification?
Nope, not really.
So you got to be patient.
You do.
Yeah.
It's about staying committed to your vision, even if you don't see those results right away.
Like,
Think of Thomas Edison. Over 1,000 tries to get that light bulb right.
oh yeah, he was pretty persistent.
He was, and it paid off, right?
It
Did failure, it's all just part of the process.
Okay, that makes sense.
So when you hit a roadblock, what do? You don't give up?
Keep going.
Yeah, you nurture those desires, keep visualizing,
When's the best time to visualize?
especially before you sleep.
Why is that?
Your subconscious, it's most receptive though.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you're planting those seeds deep down where they can really take root.
That makes sense.
So speaking of things taking root, what about this idea of the bridge of incidents?
Oh yeah, Goddard talks about that, right?
Yeah, it sounds kind of mystical, I know.
It does.
But basically it means that there's this series of events,
Okay.
seemingly random, but they help bring your desire into reality.
So, like, how do you know if it's a bridge incident or just a coincidence?
Good question. Let's say you want to meet someone special
Right.
and you bump into someone interesting at the store.
Happens all the time. Haha.
Right, so is that a sign or just, life happening?
Exactly.
Goddard would say, pay attention to those synchronicities.
The synchronicities.
Yeah, those little things that seem to line up perfectly.
Okay.
Trust that there's something bigger at work, orchestrating events, leading you towards your desires.
So less about control, more about trust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Staying open to the possibilities.
But that's hard,
It can be, yeah.
especially when things aren't going as planned.
It takes practice,
Right.
and that's where gratitude comes in.
Okay, we're back to gratitude.
It's fundamental in Goddard's teachings.
It keeps coming up.
Yeah, gratitude amplifies that feeling
Uh,
of already having what you want, even if it's not physically there yet.
so like, even if I'm still in a tiny apartment,
Yeah.
I should be grateful for the space, the roof over my head.
Like you're already in that dream house, you're visualizing.
That deserve
Exactly. By expressing gratitude for what you have now, you're sending a signal.
to the universe.
Yeah, like you're ready to receive more.
And that shifts you from lack to abundance.
Yes, and it attracts even more abundance.
A positive feedback loop.
That's it.
But what about when gratitude feels impossible? when you're facing a real challenge.
Goddard would say, even then, there's always something to be grateful for.
Like what?
Maybe it's the support of loved ones,
Yeah.
or even the lessons you're learning through that tough situation.
It's about finding the good, even when it's hard.
Exactly. And remember, gratitude, it's not just saying thank you.
It's deeper than that.
It's a feeling, a genuine appreciation.
Oh, okay.
Texto Pagado suggests starting a gratitude journal.
What's that?
You just list everything you're thankful for, what you have now, and what you're manifesting.
So it helps shift your mindset.
Yeah, from scarcity to abundance.
Interesting. Okay, so we've covered these big concepts, but where do you even start?
Goddard was all about starting small.
What do you mean?
Don't try to change everything at once.
Oh.
Pick one area you want to see change. Focus your energy there.
So, like, if you want to get healthier,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't start by running a marathon.
Probably not.
Right.
Maybe visualize yourself enjoying a healthy meal or going for a walk.
Okay.
The key is to make it real. Use those senses.
And what about affirmations?
Absolutely. Powerful tool for reprogramming your mind
Right. Replacing those negative thoughts.
with positive ones. Yeah.
It makes sense. So
Okay.
the environment matters too.
Oh, yeah. Surround yourself with positive influences.
Like, yeah.
Books, people, even just decluttering your space.
Creating a more peaceful vibe.
Exactly. An environment that supports the reality you're creating.
Okay, but what about when it's just like a bad day?
Yeah, those happen.
Life throws curveballs, you know? How do you stay on track?
That's where self-compassion comes in.
Self-compassion.
Yeah, it's okay to have those moments of doubt.
So not about being positive all the time?
Nope, acknowledge those feelings, don't judge yourself,
Oh, that's good.
then gently, guide yourself back to that state of alignment.
Okay, so I can say, hey, doubt, I hear you, but I'm choosing to focus on this instead.
That's it.
I like that.
And remember, this is a journey, not a destination.
Yeah, it's a
You
process.
can make mistakes, stumble along the way, it's okay.
Progress, not perfection.
Exactly.
Mm.
But what if those past mistakes keep haunting you?
Oh, yeah, the ones you wish you could take back.
That's where mental revision can help.
So not erasing the past, but changing how you view it.
Yeah, you rewrite the script in your mind.
Give me an example.
Imagine yourself handling that situation differently, making different choices.
Okay.
You create a more positive outcome in your mind.
So you're empowered by it, not held back by it.
Precisely. And the more you practice mental revision,
Yeah.
the less power those past experiences have over you.
It frees you.
It does. It's liberating.
We have more control than we think.
Way more. And that's what's so amazing about Goddard's work.
What is it?
It empowers us. We become conscious creators of our own lives.
Yeah, that's powerful stuff.
It is. And it means taking responsibility,
That's
for
right.
your own happiness, your own fulfillment.
No more blaming others.
No more blaming external circumstances.
But it's got to be overwhelming for some people, right? To think this way.
It can be a big shift.
Yeah, it's a lot to process.
It takes time to integrate these principles,
Right.
but the rewards, they're worth it.
So, for our listener who's new to all this,
Yeah.
what's the most important thing to remember?
Be patient with yourself.
That's good advice.
It's a process. Unlearning old patterns, embracing new ones.
You're going to slip up.
You will. You'll fall back into those old habits. It's okay.
It's part of the process.
Exactly. Just gently remind yourself of these principles. Keep practicing,
So be kind to yourself.
like you would a good friend.
I like that.
Celebrate those small victories along the way.
The small wins.
Every step, no matter how small, it's a step in the right direction.
It all adds up.
It does. And remember, even the biggest journey,
Yeah,
it starts with a single step.
I like that a lot. So, for our listener, what's one small step they can take today to start living as if?
It could be anything, really.
Give me an example.
Write down an affirmation.
Okay.
Spend 5 minutes visualizing.
Got it.
The important thing is to take action and do it with faith, with expectancy.
Believe it's going to happen.
Yeah. And trust. The universe, it's conspiring to help you.
That's reassuring.
It is. The universe is always on your side.
Okay, so we've covered so much today. Visualization, vibrational frequencies, the bridge of incidents, a lot.
We have.
It's been a whirlwind tour of Neville Goddard.
Haha, it has.
We've barely scratched the surface, though.
There's always more to learn.
There is. But before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I want to go back to something we talked about earlier.
Okay.
What's the bigger picture here? Why should our listener care about any of this?
Because it's not just about getting that dream job or buying a fancy car.
It's deeper.
It's about aligning with your true self, with your purpose.
Oh, wow.
Goddard believed that we're all extensions of this divine source.
Okay.
And when we live as if, we tap into that source.
Connecting to something bigger.
Exactly. Recognizing our own power, our potential.
That's powerful.
It is.
We've taken our listener on quite a journey today.
We have, haven't we?
Visualization, assumption, those limiting beliefs, even vibrational frequencies.
All of it.
We talked about affirmations, mental revision, gratitude journaling.
Lots of practical tools.
It's a lot to digest.
It is. Take it one step at a time.
So one last piece of advice for our listener, something they can start doing right now.
I'd say pick one area of your life where you want to see change.
Could be anything.
Your career, your relationships, your health, anything really.
Okay.
Then spend some time visualizing.
Visualizing what?
Visualize yourself already having that thing you desire.
Right.
Make it vivid, use all your senses,
Okay.
but most importantly, feel the emotions as if it's already happened.
It's not just about seeing it.
It's about feeling it.
Emotions are that important.
With the fuel, they drive manifestation.
Wow. This has been incredible exploring Neville Goddard's work.
It's fascinating stuff.
We just scratched the surface, though.
There's so much more to discover.
For sure. To our listeners, if you're intrigued, we'll put some resources in the show notes.
Lovely.
But for now, we'll leave you with this. What if everything you've ever desired is already within reach?
I like that.
What if all it takes is shifting your perception, aligning with your true self, and living as if?
Powerful stuff.
It is. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Neville Goddard.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, keep believing in the power within you to create the life you desire. So it's more than just like getting the dream job, buying that fancy car.
It's way more than that. It's about, aligning with your true self, finding your purpose.
Oh, okay.
Goddard, he believed we're all like extensions of this divine source. And when we live as if, we're tapping into that.
So it's about connecting to something bigger.
Yeah, recognizing our own power.
That's pretty profound stuff.
It is. It's a journey.
Well, we've definitely taken our listener on a journey today.
We have, haven't we?
All this stuff with Goddard, visualization, assumption, those limiting beliefs, even those vibrational frequencies.
A lot, yeah.
We talked about affirmations, mental revision, that gratitude journal.
So many tools.
So one last piece of advice for our listener.
I'd say pick one area of your life where you really want to see change.
Right.
Could be your career, relationships, health, anything.
And then
Spend some time visualizing.
visualizing yourself already having that thing.
Yes. Make it vivid. Use all your senses.
But what's the most important part?
Feel the emotions as if it's already happened.
Really feel it.
Yeah. Emotions, they're powerful. They drive the whole manifestation thing.
This has been amazing, this whole deep dive into Neville Goddard.
He's fascinating, right?
We barely scratched the surface, though.
There's always more to learn.
Always. If you're interested in learning more about Goddard, we'll have some resources in the show notes.
Yeah, definitely check those out.
But for now, we'll leave you with this. What if everything you've ever wanted is already within your grasp?
I like that.
What if all it takes is shifting your perspective, aligning with yourself, and living as if?
It's a powerful thought.
It is. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Neville Goddard.
It's been great as always.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep believing in the power within you to create the life you desire.